I hope you're having a great day. I'm Bella. Oh, that felt weird. I don't think I've ever introduced myself in one of these, but yeah, that's my name. Welcome to the speed build. And first of all, I want to say thank you to Bailey, Rocky, and Nora who have joined the Patreon this week. Thank you so much. It's kind of insane to me that you guys do this, but I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I'm thinking I want to try and do this voiceover in one take, so I'm gonna apologize in advance for whatever you're gonna have to listen to in the next 30 minutes. This is kind of a long video for me by now. You just saw a cut right there, and especially on the exterior, or I guess the landscaping of this build, I'm gonna cut quite a lot because this took a long time. In total, this build took me 9 hours, or I've had 9 hours of footage, so not counting the floor plan and that kind of stuff that I don't record anyways. But yeah, I've wanted to do a vineyard for the longest time. Before I've even started this YouTube channel, I wanted to do a vineyard, and I never got to do it. And now the time has finally come, and as expected, it has instantly become my favorite build. I have to say, I don't know the tiniest bit about wine. I don't drink personally, and wine is very strange to me, the whole concept. But vineyards are beautiful, and I did not have a specific inspiration for this build, so no reference is what I'm trying to say. I was very inspired. I just didn't have a specific reference, so I kind of built this from scratch and from what I know from Italy personally, and I've just kind of mixed everything together. And often I really like those builds. They're a little bit harder to do, at least that's what I personally find, but when they're done, they just have a special character, I think. So I really enjoyed doing this, and I also really enjoyed doing all this terrain paint and this meticulous placing of the vines, which are not actually vines in-game. They're the new wisteria that we got with Cottage Living, and I'm gonna have to be honest, I was kind of disappointed with this wisteria when I first saw it. I think like the green part of the plant looks great, but I don't know why the blossoming part, the petals, or I don't know too much about wisteria, but I think those are petals, right? I don't know, they look so 2D and not as vibrant and not as full as I would have wanted them to be. And I checked out some of the other plants that are already in the game, like some of the plants that came with Romantic Garden, and I don't know why they did not just take that texture and put it onto these the rest of this plant, because it looks beautiful and it like has great sizing and everything I would want from this kind of plant. But I just don't think the actual lilac wisteria pot looks too good. But it really lent itself to be used as vines. And I think it looks awesome. And I'm really happy that I got to do this. Also, as I said, it took forever, and I had to get a lot of them into place with the tool mod. And I used the debug items of this wisteria instead of the actual ones that you can find in like the standard build catalog, because those ones you can actually rotate freely. And as you can see, I've placed these at a diagonal. So that was really helpful, and I can recommend. So I've seen a lot of those hill-type wineries in Italy. I'm pretty sure that that's because this way more plants can actually get sunlight for more time during the day because they don't block each other. I usually do my research. I do a lot of research for a build, and then I do some more research for the voiceover, and I just want to know what I'm talking about, and I just also love learning, so it's just a great opportunity to really look into something. But I've done the minimal amount of research about wine. I feel like a lot of people know a lot about wine. That's just something that people like to learn about, I guess. And I've looked up some wine terms. That's what I've done. And I've checked out, let me tell you, usualwines.com. I'm on that website right now. They look very high class, and I imagine that they would run this kind of place. No, actually, they're too big. Let me start over. I think this is a family-run business, and it's quite small, as you can see, and I am classifying this as a residential/restaurant. So I've made sure that this has all the things you would need to use this as a restaurant, and then all the things you would need to use this as a residential, because it has this very cute inner courtyard that just made lots of sense for a restaurant. And I'd kind of planned it to be this hybrid restaurant slash, I don't want to say hotel and I don't want to say rental. It's more the thought that you could go here, you could visit this place and you could spend the night, so you could drink lots of wine with your friends and then not have to find your way back home. And I don't know where I was going with this. I'm kind of all over the place right now. So I saw lots of places. I've seen lots of places like this in my lifetime. And they're always gorgeous. They just have this very special flair to them. They're magical somehow. They're just really magical, which is also why, as I'm seeing myself doing this on screen right now, I've placed this little picnic spot right in between these vines because I really wanted to go all out for this build. And now that I'm seeing this, I'm also going to have to tell you that you are going to have to watch the video tour. I am ordering you right now to watch. I mean, not to watch it right now, to watch it later. Or if you're gonna leave the video, then I would order you to watch it before you leave, because it has my favorite final shot that I've ever done, and I feel like I'm never going to be able to top it ever. So I've put these, you're not gonna see this because I did it off camera after everything was done, because I just wanted I wanted those to be in the final shot. I put fireflies all around this little picnic spot, and then some across the lot as well. And it looks so beautiful at night. It's truly, truly magical. Yeah, that's what I was originally saying, I think. I saw this as a residential because I thought the family that runs this, or the couple that runs this, or maybe the single person that runs this, definitely lives here as well. In this very cute building. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to compliment myself for the rest of this video because I truly, truly love this build, and it is my favorite build so far, and it's gonna be hard to top, at least for me personally. So I'm not gonna stop talking about how much I love this. So I thought they would live here, and in case you didn't have the perfect family to move in here, I still wanted this to be usable. So I thought turning this into a restaurant so you could place this anyways and still use it and still get some actual use out of it for your gameplay. So that's why I also made this a restaurant. So as I said, I wanted to do this for a long, long time, but I was kind of hoping we'd get a Mediterranean world sometime, and if we ever do, if this should ever be the case, knocking on wood right now, then please do place this build in that Mediterranean world. But for now, this is placed in Henford and Bagley because, as I've said in my Kominka build, I wanted to do a build in this new world as well. And for that, I have asked my patrons. So I've started a poll and I asked them what, not exactly what kind of build they'd like to see, but what kind of custom content level. So I did give 3 options. First option was a CC free build, which I haven't done in a long time, as you probably know. And the option was, let me just open this so I don't lie to you on accident. The first option was a CC free build with the addition that I try my very best for you. And then the second option was a build with 3 of charge CC with organic included and Felix's newly released free CC, like the Georgian and the Colonial set. So those were the 2 options I was gonna give originally, because I thought that just made sense. I hadn't done that in quite a long time, and I thought that's what people would be interested in, because I've built a lot with Felixandra's Patreon exclusive content lately, and I thought maybe you would want some change, something new every now and then. And Organic wasn't out by then, but I was planning for this build. It should have come out last week, and you know, I've done a replacement build, which is the brownstone. That was very well received, by the way. I was very happy about that. Harry herself reblogged this, isn't that incredible? Very cool. But yeah, back to this build. So I had to postpone this because I saw the organic promo picture, which has this barn door, this glass door with the barn wings, those wooden wings of the door, basically. So beautiful. And I had already started building this then, so we're still at the part that I've done before Organic was actually out, which is why this build has no doors and no windows, because I knew I was gonna have to wait for that, everything in the promo picture, because it would have just fit perfectly in here. These really natural materials, beautiful wood tones. That mid-tone wood is so Mediterranean and so Italian to me. So I knew I had to wait for this, so I postponed it. So what I was trying to say was, I gave the third option more as a joke, because I really didn't think anyone would pick it. And it said, fuck it, give me more exclusive Felixandra content. As I said, more of a joke. And then every person who has voted chose that one, which is wild. So yeah, this is the build I chose to do for the Felixandra exclusive content, but now because Organic came on the 7th of August or whenever it was, you also got a free of charge CC build in between, which is the brownstone. But yeah, I enjoyed doing both of those a lot. And I think I am gonna do more polls from now on, because it was really fun. And I know that people watch my builds. It doesn't feel real, like right now, for example. I don't feel like I'm actually... No, I know I'm not even talking to anybody, but it feels like no one's ever gonna listen to this. But then when I think about it logically, I know at least like 3 people do. Because I know sometimes you do respond to what I say in these, but it's just like so hard to grasp, you know? And same goes for the videos. Every time I post something, I'm again and again, I think, or I feel like nobody's gonna watch it, or nobody wanted this specifically. So yeah, I really like asking you guys and hearing what you want. And so polls are very useful for that. And yeah, I think I might do more of those in the future. Okay, back to this build. So you see me placing those windows right now. So this is the part that I did later. I came back to this build, was very excited about this because also, oh my god, look at the lighting in Handful and Bagley. I don't know what they changed. They should do this. I really hope they do this for every world now because it's so beautiful. The morning light. When I took these screenshots and the little moving shots for the intro and the video tour, I just couldn't stop. I think I might have done that for 3 straight hours because the lighting is just so beautiful. And I couldn't stop looking at it and I couldn't decide. And I've got so much beautiful unused footage, which really hurts my tiny little heart because I'm never going to get to use it. But yeah, so that's why the video tour was also so much fun to do and to cut. So yeah, as I said, make sure to watch that. And I loved just looking at this. As I said, the morning light is gorgeous. You can see like actual sun rays beaming down, and it just feels as if you're actually there. It feels lonely in the best sense, if you know what I mean. It feels like this type of finding yourself lonely or like enjoying nature type of lonely. Before I turn this into something existential, let me talk a little more about the actual build. So you already saw me do the basement. The basement is a wine cellar. Wow, big surprise. And I wanted this to be usable as like a little more private restaurant space. Or I guess if you would want to just use this as residential, then a little more private entertaining space. And so it has all those wine barrels, which are a prop object from Get Famous. Had a little trouble placing those. You shouldn't look too closely because they have this very weird rope lying right next to them, and that was a little annoying, but I think it works out fine. And it has this very nice cozy space down there, and then a little later I'm also going to put a kitchen down there, which would be the restaurant kitchen. And if you want to use this as a residential, then it would be the usual kitchen, I guess, which might be a little annoying. I'm not too sure how annoying that actually is for gameplay. So the thing is, I wanted to build the kitchen on that space here, and you're gonna see me try and figure out how to do it because I desperately wanted this arch to be there, and the kitchen to be kind of built into this little space. And I'm doing that in a second. Yeah, I'm doing it here and it looks so beautiful, but I just couldn't get it to work because for some reason the archway is still a wall, so your Sims can't use anything right behind it, which is so annoying because it truly looks gorgeous. In a few seconds when I'm done with it, right before I get to playtest and then delete it, it looks so cute. So if you really like this, you might want to put this back. I did not leave it in there because I thought it'd be weird to have 2 kitchens right there. So you wouldn't have to delete it if you wanted to use this properly for gameplay and not for screenshots or whatever. So I've put the actual kitchen in the basement because there was just no space anywhere else. And I thought it also made kind of sense for this restaurant thing because they do have this wine cellar down there where I guess a lot of customers would sit or want to sit because it is kind of a special place. Like if they were trying to make a lot of money from a lot of people, then they would put them in the wine cellar. That's what I was thinking. So I've put this bar in here, which also looks very pretty, and I thought it's just not as necessary for gameplay. So this is cute and it does make sense for a more private wine tasting inside as well. If there was like usual customers outside, just, I don't know, having a snack and some wine, like travelers, tourists, people who were passing by, and then people who had booked like an actual wine tasting, they would have this right there indoors. So this is also not usable because, as I said, it's right behind this archway, which is beautiful, by the way. Thank you so much for custom content, Harry and Felix. It really makes my builds. I love building with them. It's so nice. So if you wanted this to be usable but you weren't gonna use this bar too much, then you might want to consider just removing the wall whenever you wanted to use it, or removing it permanently to kind of keep the look, although it does look a little off. But yeah, you could also just remove the wall and the archway, and then it just be a little more of a standard bar. But then of course you could also put the actual kitchen back, or have this restaurant kitchen down here and then a residential kitchen up there. So there's so many options for you to kind of customize this for your specific gameplay needs. We have moved on to the upstairs. This place has 3 bedrooms, and all those bedrooms have en suites. So as I said, I thought this was more of a place where you could also stay. So one of those rooms would belong to the owners, and then there'd be space for guests. If you wanted to use this as a rental, for example, then you could absolutely do this, and it would make a lot of sense, I think. And then you could also just use this for a family. So it has 3 double beds. You might want to turn one of these bedrooms into a children's bedroom. One definitely could be a teenager's bedroom if you wanted that. And they all have a strong focus on natural materials, and I've used a lot of the organic items. So this is also kind of a showcase. I always find myself doing like air quote showcase videos when a new custom content collection comes out. I'm not really planning on doing it, but I just get so inspired by the items themselves that I just find myself building a lot with them. So I guess it happens naturally. And it also, as I said, you're gonna see a lot of mid-tone wood in this whole build because it just is so specifically Italian, or I guess Mediterranean to me. So yeah, and I thought this kind of natural, kind of cozy, but still elevated in itself. Like it looks expensive, at least if you ask me. That is exactly what I expect a vineyard to look like. And the organic items really were perfect for it. And I'm really excited for the second part of the pack. I was considering for the shortest amount of time waiting for that pack as well, but I really didn't want to leave this on hold for a whole month. So if the second part fits into this build as well, then please do not hesitate to switch out whatever items for that I've put in here for items that fit better from the new collection. And the other pack that I've used a lot of in this is Felix's Florence pack, which might just be my favorite pack of his. It's so beautiful, and it fit really well with the organic items as well. This is a very cool bedroom idea, if I may say so myself. I've wanted to do this. I've tried this out in the second to last build, actually, I think. And since then, I've looked for a place where I can use this little trick. I think it's so cute. It's so cozy and feels like a little sleeping cave with the raised platform. So in real life, this would just be a room with a lower ceiling. But yeah, in The Sims, it's a platform. And did they fix the mirrors? they did fix the mirrors, right? I got a little confused about that. Actually, when I did the shots for the video tour for the brownstone, but I wasn't sure if it was just, if those mirrors that I used, they were just placed at such an angle that you didn't actually see it, but I think they did fix the mirrors. That's awesome, that's epic. I don't know how that was not the very first thing on my list, but yeah, I'm very glad about this. Oh, also, talking about bugs and usability and that sort of thing, this build is play tested and everything should work properly. I had some weird troubles with the bathrooms, like routing issues with the toilets. I don't know what's up with that, but I managed to fix it all and it still very much looks like you see here in the video. So that little cave bedroom that you just saw actually works just fine as well. It's really, really cute, actually, as I said. That will make a very cute kids' bedroom. If you're planning on putting a family in here that has kids, that would be so cute for them to have this little cave. I wanted to place stairs there originally, and that didn't work because, yeah, just basically the same thing that happened to the kitchen that I'd planned downstairs. Where when there's an arch, you really can't use that space right behind the arch, so you also can't attach stairs because to the game it's still a wall with just a door. There's not actually an opening in there to the game, I guess. It works more like a door. So couldn't place those stairs, and that's why it's a little annoying how that platform cuts off the doors to the balcony and to the bathroom. But I thought it was fine. It's supposed to be a very old house with like architectural quirks, so that's what I told myself for why that is okay. And we are actually nearing the end of this. I'm gonna say it again. I really like the video tour. It's very cute. Gives a lot of vibes. If you take any screenshots in this place, please, please, please tag me on Tumblr or wherever you post them. I would love to see them, truly. And feel free to tell me who you put in here and what you do with this, and if you're gonna use it as a restaurant or if you're not gonna use it at all. I would just love to hear what you think. And I am excited to see you in my next video. Bye bye, love you.